And a very pleasant good evening, and we welcome you to Ventura College Football here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. 2022 set to get underway, and a familiar foe coming to the VC Sportsplex as Ventura welcomes in longtime rival Moorpark College. The Raiders come in for this interconference tilt to get the season going. The Raiders come off a 4-6 season a season ago as they made the move from the National Conference to the American Conference Pacific Division, but they renew their rivalry with the Pirates here tonight. The Pirates coming off a sensational 2021 campaign, an undefeated regular season, and unfortunately for Pirate fans, a disappointing end to the season with a loss at home in the playoffs to Riverside City College, but that really can't do anything to undo what a fantastic season it was. But the Pirates return here in 2022, retooled, if not also reloaded at many positions, as well as they continue to battle at the very top of the 3C2A, continuing to seek that elusive 3C2A championship. They've been close, but thus far haven't been able to get there. They will renew the quest again here in 2022, and it starts tonight against Moorpark College. The Raiders won the toss and have elected to defer, so we will see the Pirate offense right off the bat under new quarterback Braden Seary. Braden Seary spent a redshirt season at Riverside City College, but makes the move to take over this Pirate offense. And he will get to work right away as the Raiders will go on defense. Gone are the leading rusher from a season ago, Julian Kelly, as well as the leading receiver from a season ago, the sensational Terrell Vaughn, who had an outstanding 2-year career here at Ventura College. He has moved on to Utah State, but as I alluded to moments ago, the Pirates are retooled, yes, but absolutely reloaded as well. So we will introduce you to a few familiar faces who will return for the Pirates here in 2022, but also some new faces as well as we have the season opener. We are underway out over the 20 to the 25-yard line on the return. It was Jesse Valenzuela who will take it out just shy of the 20, I should say just past the 25. They'll spot it at the 26. Valenzuela, the second leading rusher for the Pirates a season ago, and he figures to be one of the primary ball carriers here in 2022 as he returns for his sophomore season. And friends, if you have not seen Jesse Valenzuela run the ball yet, just wait and see if he gets into the open field, and you're going to see a magic show. Valenzuela is an explosive athlete out of the backfield, and he will start as the lone setback, flanking Braden Seary. So Seary with 3 wide receivers to the left has the opening snap, straight drop, pop flies the near side looking for Tate, and he just overshot Kevin Tate. Salah Hill had the coverage for the Raiders, so Seary immediately takes a shot downfield. But Tate can't come away with it. Tate over 20 catches a season ago for the Pirates. He figures to be the new number 1 guy, at least to start for the Pirates, but they will, of course, spread it around. Sebastian Macaluso also returns in the receiver corps, but 3 transfers will be part of the fold as well for the Pirates, who predictably are reloaded again at the wide receiver spot. Inside handoff, and Valenzuela falls forward for a gain of 4. We have our first flag of the game. Arnie Morales among the first to get there on the stop on Valenzuela. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6, but we'll wait and see. On the flag, our referee tonight, Don Ariesto. And they will huddle up and make the call. The Pirate offensive line figures to be a strength again. It was sensational a season ago. And they return All-State offensive tackle Caleb Barajas, along with a couple of other returners on that offensive line, and it figures to be a strength again. The penalty against Moorpark. So the Pirates should see their position improve. Right now it's a 3rd and 6. Well, they're not going to move the ball. Okay, so a 2nd down and 5 as they'll take the penalty. and wipe away the carry by Valenzuela. Snap to Siri, four-man rush, guns over the middle, incomplete. Daniel Pierce coming over the top on Macaluso. And Pierce, an extremely physical safety in the middle of that Raider defense. It's an interesting season for the Raiders, who have a number of returning players, but also have several D1 bounce backs coming in for head coach Mike Stewart this season. So this is both an aggressive and athletic Raider squad coming off a 4-win season a season ago. And the secondary led by Pierce was a real strength of that Raider squad, but Pierce picks up the penalty here. Back-to-back penalties against Moorpark, and the Pirates are on the move. They have it at their own 40, 1st and 10. Siri working from the shotgun. Valenzuela off tackle on the right side, finds a little seam. He's over midfield, twisting forward to the 48. Luis Ortiz on the stop along with Ty Eli. Ty Eli, I should say, gets the best description from head coach Mike Stewart in our conversation. Ty Eli, just a mean kid. And when you're talking about a linebacker, there can be no doubt that's a compliment. So Eli on the stop. They set up Valenzuela on the screen, gets a block at the 45. He's down to the 40 where he loses his helmet. But the Pirates have a first down as they convert on 2nd and short. And Ventura right to work on their opening drive. They are into Raider territory. These two teams met as non-conference foes a season ago, and it was all Ventura at Moorpark in the opener. The Pirates winning that one 62-5, but the Raiders did a nice job really bouncing back as the season went on after that inauspicious start. James Miles trying to find a seam. Excuse me, that's J.Q. Brown on the carry, and he didn't have a chance. Christian Kojalone, the first to get there, but it was a solid Raider charge on the left side of that Raider defense. A loss of a couple for Brown. Well, they'll give him the 41, so call it 2nd and 11. Nice job by the Raiders working against the right side of that Pirate offensive line. And the Pirates will face a 2nd and long as Brown stays in the game in the backfield, receivers left and right for Siri. Siri has the snap, 4-man rush, has time. Over the middle, open and complete. Down to the 20-yard line, Macaluso sitting down in that zone defense in front of Salah Hill, and he makes the catch, a gain of 21, strong throw from Siri. Okay. So a 22-yard pickup. First and 10, Brown to the left of Siri. Good hole for Brown. Brown inside the 10, dragged down inside the 5. Ortiz saves the touchdown for the moment. Great work on the interior of that offensive line. Lucio and Ray, a couple of returning sophomores on that offensive line. And they open up the hole for Brown, who gets all the way down to the 2. 18-yard run. And now it's 1st and goal for the Pirates. Brown remains in the game, and whistles come in before the snap. 11:44 remaining in the first quarter. We're just underway. A delay of game against the Pirates. Well, the Pirates are ordinarily exceptionally efficient in the red zone. Well, that's a rare miscue, and it backs them up to the 7, where it'll remain first down. Macaluso will return. He will head out to the right side with Tate. 4 wide receiver set, Brown the lone setback. Snap to Siri. Quick throw looking for the corner, and Macaluso, the intended target. Ortiz had the coverage. 2nd down and 7. Julio Ray locked up with DJ Diaz after the play, but they'll separate and head back. 2nd down and 7. Diaz, the nose guard for this Raider defense, and Ray from his guard spot. 2nd down and goal from the 7. They stay with Brown, who missed all of last season with an injury, but returns to the fold for the Pirates. They overload the left side on 2nd and goal. Siri looking back to his right, pop flies incomplete. Tate, the intended target. Hill had excellent coverage, and now that early penalty looms a little bit larger, a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 7. And you have to believe on that Raider sideline, if they can survive their own penalties on this opening drive that have helped the Pirates and get away, possibly holding the Pirates to a field goal, they'd likely take that. Valenzuela returns in the backfield for the Pirates on 3rd and goal from the 7. Blitz coming. Siri rolling right. Completes inside the 5. Tate back to his left down to the goal line, and it looks like he's about a yard shy. Hill on the stop, a touchdown-saving tackle. Shades of Super Bowl 34, and Dyson being stopped a yard short. Tate gets down to the 1, and an early decision for Steve Bushagian, who is going to leave the offense out there with Valenzuela in the deep eye behind Siri. Quickly to the line. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Snap to Siri. Valenzuela hit behind the line, tries to churn his legs. Still going, no signal. And it looks like the Raiders have the stop. Do we got the replay on that, or? Yeah, just play, just hit it and then play. Or maybe just you pull down menu and play selected. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Still working out some of our early kinks here in the early part of the season, but there is a look at it from up top, and it's great penetration off the edge for Moorpark. Amari Thomas coming off the edge, gets there quickly along with Peyton Casillas. A couple of returning defensive ends that really key this Raider defense, and that is a huge stop early for the Raiders, who turn away the Pirates at the 1. McLeod Croton throwing from deep in his own end zone, looking on the far side. McLeod Croton's pass is ruled incomplete. It will bring us 2nd and 10. Believe that was Jacob Monaco, the intended target. Can't come up with it cleanly. 2nd down and 10. Dangerous position for the Raiders, who work from their own 1-yard line. They have Royce Peo in the backfield, but McLeod going to throw again. Croton, I should say, completes it to the 5-yard line for a gain of 4. That gives the Raiders a little bit of breathing room as River Stout makes the catch, and it brings up a crucial 3rd down for the Raiders, who would no doubt like to string together a couple of first downs and improve their field position as they work from their own 5. McLeod Croton gets the start. We'll likely see Bennett Johnson as well, who's seen a lot of snaps with the first unit, going back to Stout. Excellent coverage and no chance. Tuiimi had the coverage on Stout. It's a quick 3 and out. Well, that's exactly what you want from your Pirate defense, as they will get it back after being turned away at the doorstep, and should come away with very good field position. Valenzuela waits at the Moorpark 40 for the punt from Tony Johnson, who will punt from the shadow of his own goalpost. High snap, but Johnson's got it. Gets the kick away, short kick. Valenzuela from the 39 should have some room. Up to the 30, looking for a block, and he is forced out of bounds inside the 30 at the 26-yard line. That is a punt of 34 yards and a return of 13 by Valenzuela. And the Pirates will come away with the football resting at the Moorpark 25-yard line. So Siri will come on for his second drive. The first drive was really successful in every way except coming away with points, as the Pirates got to the 1 before eventually being turned away by the Raider defense. But they have a chance here with the ball at the 25. Valenzuela in the backfield. Siri looking over the middle. And the pass off target and incomplete. He was looking for Drew Brandenburg-Lopez. And I'm not sure that Siri and Brandenburg-Lopez were on the same page, as that ball was well off the mark from Braden Siri on about a 5-yard throw. You don't see that too often. Second down and 10. Play action, and that one batted at the line. Good penetration from the Raider defense. Robert Ruggiero getting a hand up. And it's quickly 3rd and 10. Give you a look here at the replay up top and watch Ruggiero from that right defensive end spot. Looked like he got a hand on it. 3rd down and 10 from the 25. And the Pirates want a timeout. Actually, it's Moorpark. So the Raiders will take their first timeout. 9:17 to go in the opening quarter. No score. It's Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network. If it works. Try and run a replay. Yeah, go. Okay. Okay. Cool.
So weird using this.
3rd and 10 for the Pirates after the Raider timeout. They'll come out with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top of your screen, as the Pirates in the home black jerseys work it from left to right here in the first quarter. They screen it out to Valenzuela. Valenzuela looking for blocks, and he is cut down at the 20. After a gain of 5, that's well shy of first down yardage, and it brings up a 4th and 5. And does Steve Mushagian think about going for it here? Of course, they lost outstanding sophomore Alberto Arroyo, who hit over 80% of his field goal attempts in a sensational 2-year career at Ventura. The new kicker is Rafael Vargas. But they're going to go for it again on 4th and 5. Designed roll, throwing right, complete, and appears to have enough for a first down. Back to Brandenburg-Lopez. This is a well-designed play. And Lopez getting just enough. Eventually cut down by Braden Robinson, but not before. Brandenburg-Lopez comes up with a 7-yard gain on a 4th and 5. The Pirates convert on 4th down and continue the drive at the 13. Handoff sweeping right, James Miles with his first carry. And he's inside the 10, down to the 8. They'll spot it at the 8. 2nd down and 5. Miles, a returning sophomore in the backfield, will remain in the game to the left of Siri. comes out in a 3-wide receiver set. Inside handoff, Miles hit at the line and driven back. Diaz leading the charge, getting a little help from Luis Ortiz, who's been very active in the early going from his safety spot for Moorpark. Mentioned that Raiders secondary is a big, big strength for this Moorpark squad, with a number of players returning, led by Daniel Pierce and Luis Ortiz. 4 sophomores in that secondary. 3rd down and 7. Snap to Siri, 4-man rush, under pressure and sacked. Back at the 21. Amari Thomas able to work his way free, and watch the work of Thomas. A stunt to the inside, and Siri's just got to eat the football. And here comes Vargas for his first field goal attempt. They'll spot it at the 17, so this will be a 34-yard attempt. And Rafael Vargas, a sophomore out of Oxnard, will attempt this one from the right hash. Snap down, kick away, and good. Vargas converts from 34 yards out. And the Pirates take a 3-0 lead with 6:39 to go in the first quarter. You are watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. Pirates on the board. 6:39 to go in the opening quarter. 34-yard field goal by Rafael Vargas. And now Vargas will tee it up. One of 3 games tonight on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Games going at Saddleback and Antelope Valley as well. A little trouble at the goal line, and the Raiders once again are going to start with terrible field position inside the 10-yard line. Well, you'd like to be able to chalk that up to the sun, but unfortunately for the Raiders, the sun directly behind the returners on that one, so unlikely. But the miscue will leave the Raiders with very poor field position, but at least they still have the football. At their own 10-yard line, they trail it 3-0. McLeod Croton continues under center. The handoff in the backfield, and the Pirates quickly there. Jaden King getting his first carry. And he was lucky to get back to the line. Adrian Sirocco, the outstanding sophomore linebacker for the Pirates, the first to get there. A loss of a yard, and a 2nd down and 11 upcoming for Moorpark. They screen it out to the near side. Running room out past the 15. Hodgson with the tackle near the 16-yard line. Cameron Davis with the reception. A gain of 7 brings up a 3rd and a long 3. The Raiders with a 3-and-out on their first possession. Will try to pick up the 3rd and short here and keep this drive alive. It's already been a fairly long quarter. for that Raider defense. The Pirates had a long opening drive. They came away empty as they were stopped on fourth down, but then after picking up good field position, they converted on the field goal on their second drive, and it is another 3-and-out. Pass attempted, and the intended target was Blake Patarsi. So the quick 3-and-out, and the Pirates go right back on offense. Valenzuela awaits this punt at midfield, so it figures to be good field position once again for the Pirates. Snap to Johnson. Gets it away. Short kick. It'll land in front of Valenzuela and take a Pirate bounce. And the Raiders will eventually down it at the 45. It's a 28-yard punt. Hodgson. I think I said it. So it's a 29-yard punt for Johnson. It'll be at the 46. And the Pirates again come away with excellent field position. That's been the major storyline here in the first quarter, as the Pirates have been something of a mixed bag on offense here in this first quarter. The long first drive, and then they take advantage of a short field, sort of, as they get it at the Moorpark 25, but can only muster a field goal. And so they have a 3-0 lead with 5:06 remaining in the first quarter. But again, another short field as they'll take over on the 46. So the defense put in another tough spot if you're Moorpark, having to work against this outstanding Pirate offense and having to do it on a short field. McLeod Croden has worked the first couple of possessions, and you wonder what the plan is. Coach Michael Stewart saying that he expected both quarterbacks to play here tonight, but it was a little more of a hot hand situation. He was going to see how it went rather than having a specific plan for who was going to play when. It's been all Braden Seary, and that's certainly the plan for the Pirates. Under pressure, Seary moving to his right now, finds a man open at the 20, down to the 10, Valenzuela inside the 5, down to the goal line, and in for a touchdown. Well, I'll tell you, this starts as there is a flag down. And we will take a look at who that is, and it's Braden Seary, who they are looking at. And let's watch here. Seary using his legs, buy some time, but then he takes a big hit. 3 Raiders get a shot on Seary, who finds Valenzuela open over the middle, and then Jesse Valenzuela does the rest. And where this flag is, I wonder if this isn't going to be something along the lines of a late hit or some kind of unnecessary roughness on the hit on Seary. Of course, that is of much less concern than the condition of Braden Seary, who they continue to look at. And now Seary is up and walking off under his own power. The indication was a flag against Moorpark, so the touchdown will stand. Valenzuela on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Braden Seary, the first touchdown pass of Seary's career here at Ventura. As he finds Valenzuela, that was a terrific effort by Seary to buy some time, and Valenzuela finding an open spot in that Moorpark secondary. Maybe we could run that replay one more time and have you look again at the work of Seary. While Seary heads to the sidelines, and he will get a well-deserved rest. And let's watch one more time here. And this is just great awareness, and he paid the price, but has his eyes up and looking downfield and finds Valenzuela. And there's some of that speed and power from Jesse Valenzuela. When he gets into the open field, it's going to be hard to catch him, and the Raiders couldn't do it. And the lead now 9-0 as they will ready the extra point. So Vargas tacks on the extra point, and with 4:54 to go in the opening quarter, Ventura extends the lead to 10-0 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. The Raiders will take over from their own 25 after the touchback, trailing at 10-0. And let's see if it's Cloud Croton or if we see perhaps Bennett Johnson, who have both seen time. Croton with three wide receivers to the left has the snap. Handoff on the right side. Peo hard running out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 5. Will bring up a second down and 5. Okay. Yeah. They keep it on the ground on second down and 5. Peo again gets the call. Near first down yardage. He's about a yard shy and a big 3rd and 1. Hodgson and Jewell among those getting there for the stop. 3rd down carry and a first down for Moorpark, but a flag down on the play. Jaden King with the carry. King a bounce back from Washington State. Interesting story. King initially heading to Washington State out of high school, but some family issues, and Jaden King made the decision to come back home a couple of years ago to help take care of his family, as this penalty is going to work against Moorpark. And the penalty moves it all the way back to the 24-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 11. But Mike Stewart, funny talking about King, said that he's been gone from football for a couple of years, but you'd never know it. Just in tremendous shape, and came back as if he hadn't missed any time at all. And he figures to be in the fold here in 2022 in that Raider backfield. Another incompletion on 3rd and long, and it's another 3 and out forced by the Pirate defense. And the Ventura offense can go back to work looking to extend on a 10-0 lead. Johnson, who's had a busy first quarter for the Raiders, back to punt again. Good snap, good kick from Johnson. This will send Valenzuela way back. It's over the head and all the way back to the 18-yard line. Valenzuela slips a tackle at the 25, now bounces it outside. Look out now. Valenzuela's got speed. He's over midfield. Valenzuela down the near sideline. They'll never get him. 82 yards. Well, we're going to want a couple of looks at this one. This is just a sensational effort by Jesse Valenzuela. Tracks this one down after the long punt by Johnson, and here's the move that gets it going. And then Valenzuela, once he slips that tackle, even with the angle, it's going to be tough to catch him. Good block right at the end. That looked like it might have been Hodgson. But Valenzuela will head to the sideline. Get that young man some oxygen. 82 yards. And it's a 16-0 lead for the Pirates. Well, those that have followed Ventura College football over the years know that they are a team that thrives on special teams and making big plays. And right there, Valenzuela instantly ups the score and makes it 17-0 with 3:35 to go here in the first quarter. Why don't we run the replay one more time? Let's just watch the work of Valenzuela. Has to go all the way back. And able to split a couple of tacklers, but the vision, and he picks up a good block. And once he gets outside, it's a foot race to the pylon. How about the first quarter from Jesse Valenzuela? 46-yard touchdown reception, 82-yard kick return. And it's 17-0. Well, if he can run one in, which isn't exactly out of the realm of possibility, I give him credit for the football cycle. If you want to make it really tough, he's got to maybe throw for a touchdown on a halfback option. We'll see if that's in the playbook. Raiders on the return. Late flag comes in. Takes it out to the 29-yard line. Cameron Davis with a 29-yard return, but let's see what the flag is with 3:28 to go. Can't really tell there exactly what that is. Perhaps a personal foul.
Personal foul. White flag block. Return team, number 45. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So the personal foul goes against Ventura, and that will give Moorpark excellent field position, as it'll take it out to the 45-yard line of Moorpark. Far and away the best field position they've had. Well, still no movement yet. I thought the indication was this was against Ventura. But they're going to mark this off against Moorpark. So the news goes from bad to worse if you're a Moorpark fan, as they'll start from what would have to be considered all too familiar field position inside their own 20. This will get going from the 15, where it'll be 1st and 10. Pirates have had a scintillating start. The throw over the middle and complete out to the 25. Jalen Thompson with the catch, very near the first down marker. And Thompson's got it. Thompson, more of a blocker in the offensive scheme from his tight end spot, but comes up with a big catch there and comes up with the first down of the game for Moorpark. As Croton finds him for a gain of 10. McLeod Croton, a bounce back from Idaho. Son of former BYU head coach Gary Croton. And not surprising, as we'll get some extracurriculars after that play. A gain of about 1. No flags down. It'll be second down and long. Started to say that the book on Croton, not surprising. Very smart player. Understands the ins and outs of the game very well, as you would expect. Son of a coach. And that's exactly what he brings to the table. Relies a little more on guile and intelligence back there rather than the rocket arm. But different ways of getting things done. But for Croton so far, it's been a struggle. 3 of 7 for 22 yards in the early going, but this is a Pirate defense that had a tremendous year a year ago and returns a number of players throughout the defense. Blitz coming from the edge to Ayumi on the blitz. Nearly intercepted on the far side. He was looking for Thompson again. This is a terrific read. Looked like Hodgson. Third down and 10. Jet Aldridge showing blitz. Aldridge along with Ben Hall. A couple of freshman linebackers coming in alongside Drew Carter and Sirocco. Mentioned again, there's the reloading on the Pirate defense, but an awful lot of returning players as well. That one over the middle. A lot of Pirates in the area, including Aldridge, who had dropped back into coverage and nearly had the pick. Watch Aldridge dropping back. This is a great job, as that was Bennett Johnson on the throw, and he throws into coverage. That was a dangerous throw from Bennett Johnson, who took over on that drive for Croton. And after the initial first down, the Raider drive stalls at their own 25, and we'll see Tony Johnson again. 2:26 to go in the opening quarter. High snap, Johnson's got it. High kick. Valenzuela lets it bounce, and this takes a great bounce for the Raiders, who will down it at the 12. That is a tremendous job of flipping the field for Tony Johnson, who settled in nicely in a busy first quarter. That's a 63-yard punt with no return. Recall that Johnson had an outstanding punt that chased Valenzuela all the way back inside his 20 before Valenzuela turned the tables and made the sensational return for a touchdown. But that was another good kick from Johnson, and a mistake really from Valenzuela letting that ball bounce, and that cost the Pirates a good 20 yards. Hey, Austin. Zoom in a little. The Pirates will keep it on the ground on first down. Nothing doing on the left side. Good push by that Raider front four. Amari Thomas, who's had an excellent first quarter. The first to get there, a loss on the play of 3, will set up a second down and 13. It was Brown on the carry. So a second down and 13 from the Pirate 9. Handoff again on the left side. Brown twisting forward back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10. Coming up, I can't really get a number, but I don't think it's Braden Seary in the game. So I think we've got a new quarterback for the Pirates. That not part of the plan, no question. Ezekiel Savage appears to be the new quarterback as whistles come in before the snap. 1:01 to go here in the first quarter. Raiders going to take a timeout. That's their second charge timeout. We're late in the first quarter. Ventura with the 17-0 lead over Moorpark here on the VC Sports Network. Third down and long for Ventura. From their own 12-yard line, Savage in at quarterback. Straight drop. Looking right, throws and completes. Man wide open, has the first down out past the 25. Breaks a couple of tackles. It's going to be another big play for the Pirates. A foot race down the near side. Ortiz saves the touchdown as Brandenburg Lopez bounces off a couple of tacklers. This is terrific patience to start out on third and long. But watch the effort from Lopez. Sheds a couple of tackles and then bounces off a couple of Raider tacklers. And Ortiz tracks down Lopez, but not before he gets all the way into Raider territory. Big pickup on third down. 46 seconds. We do have a flag down, so this might be coming back. Let's see if we can run that one more time. Maybe see what that might have been. Was this illegal block? Perhaps negating a lot of good work from the Pirate offense. As you look here, Lopez on a blown coverage ends up wide open. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. The flag came from behind, back near the line, but it's going to go against the Pirates. That is a costly penalty. Wipes out the big play and instead moves Ventura back to the 6-yard line. Designed roll. Savage throws from his own end zone, a dangerous throw in the flat. He was looking for Jerron Glenn. Another transfer in that Pirate receiving core, but he was well covered. And it brings up a 4th and 15 with 27 seconds to go, and the Raiders should come away with good field position on their upcoming drive. So we should see L.J. Harm for the first time this season. The new punter taking over for Garth White and Arroyo, who split time handling the punting duties a season ago. Kick away. Short kick, and it takes a Moorpark bounce, and the Raiders will have it inside the 35. Speaking of a couple of the players, we've talked about a number of the players that have returned for the Pirates, but Travis Callaway, the outstanding safety, off to Central Michigan. Terrell Vaughn, who had such a tremendous career here at Ventura, off to Utah State. Danye Dixon, who just turned in an outstanding sophomore season, leading the team in interceptions, on his way to UNLV. Interesting looking at the schedule. UNLV and Utah State play each other in a couple of weeks. So perhaps Danye will get a chance to work against Terrell Vaughn. See how that goes. Throw over the middle, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Jordan Pichot, who did such a great job running the offense and quarterback, is heading to Missouri State, and Alberto Arroyo heading to Houston Baptist. And, of course, there are others, but those 5 players just had tremendous years a year ago for the Pirates. And 2nd down and 10 for Moorpark, who have it at the Ventura 33. This could be the final play of the first quarter. Johnson throwing it. It's picked off on the far side. This could be a pick 6. Down the far sideline and brought down at the 38-yard line. Cam Williams with the pick. And the Pirates, again, doing a good job keeping their eyes in the backfield and reading Bennett Johnson. Now, there is a flag out near midfield. This might be a block on the return, but look at Williams returning for his sophomore season as he steps in front on that out pattern. The Pirates will have the football, 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The turnover on the interception by Johnson. So they'll mark off the penalty. This will go against the Pirates, so it'll cost them some field position. They have it at their own 40-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 after the Cam Williams interception. Well, we mentioned the special teams. Turnover is also a big part of the Pirates' success year after year. And they force a big one there, killing the Raiders' chances after they had it in Pirate territory. Quick bubble screen. Another broken tackle. Up the near side, and Pierce finally with the stop. Tim Greer. Another RCC transfer. We saw Jerron Glenn on the previous drive. So Siri, along with Glenn and Greer, coming from Riverside City College. And that's not a bad place to try and bring in some talent. They do seem to be loaded. We're through one. Ventura with the 17-0 lead over Moorpark on the VC Sports Network. Second down, or I should say 1st and 10 from the Moorpark 46. Trouble on the snap and a quick throw completed. Inside the 45, down to the 41. 4-yard gain brings up a 2nd down and 6 as Tyler Enderle with his first catch. Looks like another change at quarterback for the Pirates as they will continue to rotate. That could be Siri, trying to get a look. 2nd down and 6. And again, they'll screen it out. Valenzuela slips out of one tackle, but he's brought down inside the 40 at the 39. Good hustle from Arnie Morales coming from his defensive line spot. to make the stop. The 4-yard gain leaves a 3rd down and 2. And so far the Pirates have struggled running the football. 9 carries for 19 yards as a team in a little over a quarter. They'll try on 3rd and 2. Valenzuela spins out of 1 tackle, looking for a lane, and he absorbs a big hit just shy of the 1st down. Eli with the stop. Well, there's a little bit of that meanness that I think Coach Stewart was talking about. Watch the hit here from Eli. A late flag comes in, so let's see what the result is, but that's a good stick. All right, Tyler Eli. Another flag down. We've seen a few in this opening quarter. This one's going to go against the Pirates. And even though I believe Valenzuela was a little bit shy of the 1st down, I think this is a good decision by Moorpark to take the penalty and take your chances on a 3rd and 11 rather than go with a 4th and inches where the Pirates, you have to believe, would go for it. This gives you a chance to get off the field. Siri looking on the near side. Big hit from Salah Hill. That's a terrific effort from Tate, who makes the catch. Let's watch the work here. Tate is about a yard shy of the 1st down, but based on what we've seen in this 1st half, I'll be stupefied if Steve Mushagian doesn't go for it. That's a great job by Tate to hold on to that football after he went up high to get it. 4th down and 1. Siri brings them to the line. Movement on that Raider defensive line. This might be a free play. Siri rainbows the far side, and the pass incomplete. Might be all for naught for Moorpark. I want to say he was going back to Greer. This is just good recognition by Siri. C.J. Jackson had the coverage on Greer, and Jackson, another interesting story for Moorpark, earned his spot in the starting lineup, did the freshman C.J. Jackson, and Michael Stewart talking about C.J. Jackson said, hey, he just outplayed everybody in camp. Didn't come in as a guy who was slated for the job, but absolutely won the job in camp. Just kept on playing great football. And he gets that starting corner spot opposite Salah Hill in that Raider secondary. Nonetheless, the penalty gives the Pirates a fresh set of downs. Good hole up the middle and hard running down to the 25 for James Miles. 7-yard run. That's a good push up front by Ray and Lucio and company in the interior of that Pirate offensive line. Brings up a 2nd down and 3. Pirates on the move. Siri gives to Miles. A little hesitation. Now lowers the shoulder. Good patient running from James Miles. He's down very close to the 1st down marker. They'll spot it at the 18. Should say at the 23, which is about a yard shy of the 1st down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Play action and the throw off the hands of his intended target and incomplete. 4th down coming up for Ventura. Cody Hoffman, the tight end, the intended receiver. And yet another 4th down for the Pirates. And again, I don't think we're going to see Rafael Vargas. I think Steve Mushagian is going aggressive mode here on 4th down in this 1st half. He's going to go for it again. Offset I formation, Miles behind Siri. And it's Miles who gets the call. slips a tackle in the backfield and churns his legs and picks up the first down. That is a great effort from James Miles, who was hit in the backfield, but able to shed the tackle. Eventually, Braden Robinson brings down Miles, but he gets to the 21. That is a hard-earned couple of yards and a hard-earned first down for the Pirates. Three wide receivers to the right for Siri on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Siri with time. Looking deep for Tate. A flag comes in. Hill had the coverage. Maybe we can run that back and see if there was some contact between Tate and Hill. I don't know if we had that up top. Looks like it's just outside the picture. Not going to see. There they are, locked up. So the interference call going to go against Moorpark. A 15-yard penalty takes it down to the Moorpark 7-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal. 11:05 remaining in the first half, as they'll sort it out. And now we're ready to go. J.Q. Brown in the backfield with Siri. 1st and goal. It's Brown on the left side, leaps a tackler, and he's tripped up at the 4. Eventually brought down by Cajalone. So Christian Cajalone bringing down Brown after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and goal from the 4. Brown in the deep eye on the right side, and he runs into a wall. He'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Eli again the first to get there. Well, we've already seen the Raiders make a terrific stand inside their own 5-yard line. This is not an easy team to run the ball against. And that is led by a veteran defensive line that appears tonight to be missing Peyton Casillas, who really leads this unit. I have not seen him out there that I recall, and he was nursing an ankle injury. But even without him, still a formidable front 6. Siri throws to the goal line, and the pass incomplete. Looking for Hoffman. Again, and Siri with a little too much heat on this ball. Check that. I believe that was Lopez. Either way, it's incomplete. Actually, give me one more guess. It was Enderle. So 4th down from the 5, and now we will see Vargas, who will try to tack on another field goal. Vargas already hit from 34 yards earlier in the first half, and this one will come from 22 yards out. Line drive kick, no good. Vargas pulls it left, and with 9:43 to go, the lead remains 17-0, as the Pirates, again, deep into the red zone, but come away with no points. You're watching Pirate Football on the VC Sports Network. Raiders back on offense. And a run to the left side, and again, not much doing. Jiden King, the bounce back from Washington State on the carry, and loses a yard back to the 18. Call it a loss of 2 and a 2nd down and 12. And the Pirate defense, led by their own veteran defensive line, having a tremendous first half. And that one intercepted again. It's Tuayimi who has the pick, as this time it's Croton who throws into coverage, and Tuayimi warding off the defender. Watch this one here as McLeod Croton just locks in, throws on the run, and Tuayimi, that's just great strength from Tuayimi. Pirates force another turnover. And they'll huddle up. And there is every reason for that defense to feel good about itself. Another turnover. Well, maybe the offense could score a touchdown and take their own picture. We'll see. They'd no doubt like to. Siri with Brown in the backfield. Throw over the middle, down to the goal line, and incomplete. Pierce had the coverage on Jerron Glenn. Pull it back a little. Pull it back a little. Just pull it back a little bit. Yeah, we're a little tight. Thanks. So Siri tried to squeeze it in, 2nd down and 10. From the Moorpark 15, yet another trip into the red zone for the Pirates. 9:01 remaining, and now a timeout taken. The Raiders going to take their final timeout here in the first half. We'll step away. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network. Second down and 10 from the 15. Receivers left and right for Siri. Brown, little stutter step in the backfield, breaks the tackle at the line. Dragged down at the 11 after a gain of 4. Will bring up a 3rd down and 6. Christian Congelone with the stop. This one will be coming right at you here. Get a look at the Pirate work on the offensive line, but that's good hard running. 3rd down and 6. From the 11. 3 wide receivers to the left. Siri with an empty backfield. Has the snap. 4-man rush. Lobs on the far side. Tipped in the air and incomplete. Jackson with the coverage. Battling against Greer. Let's look at this. Ladies, can we see if we could stay at field level? Let's see if we can get that. Let's watch here. That's a terrific job by Jackson. Getting in front of Greer. And here comes Vargas, who will get a chance to redeem himself after the Raider defense makes another good stand after the turnover. Forcing the 3 and out. This field goal attempt will be from 28 yards out. Placement down, kick is up, and Vargas puts it through. Vargas hits from 28. And the Pirates extend the lead to 20-0. You are watching Ventura College Football on SoCalCollegeSports.com, brought to you by Crown Plaza Hotel. The Vargas field goal pushes the lead to 20-0 in favor of Ventura. But I think if you're Moorpark in this situation, this score could be a lot different. This has been a good effort by the Raiders, particularly defensively, to keep it close. The struggles for Moorpark have come far more on the offensive end against this Pirate defense. A couple of turnovers, and they've just had a lot of difficulty really getting anything going, either on the ground or in the passing game. And you throw in that they are decidedly losing the field position battle, and it's a real uphill climb for Moorpark to get anything going. But the Raider defense has done a great job often battling short fields to try and keep it close. Nonetheless, it's the Pirates who have the 20-0 lead with 7:57 to go in the first quarter. McLeod Croton back behind center for this 1st and 10 play. Handoff on first down and a gain of a couple. Jaden King had the carry. Ryan Downard, freshman out of Westlake, with the stop on King. And a 2nd down and 8 coming up from the 22. And I'm looking here to see. I'd like to take a look at the stats, but I think the Raiders might have all of about 1 first down here in the first half. 3 wide receivers to the right. Now they'll send King in motion. Quick throw over the middle. This is going to be another first down and more. 45-50, but Tarsi tripped up at the 40-yard line of Ventura. Dejan Howell saving another 20 yards, if not more. Just getting a shoestring tackle on Batarsi. A well-designed play. And Batarsi turns in by far the biggest play of the first half for the Raiders as he takes it to the 39-yard line of Ventura. It's a 39-yard gain. King loses his footing as he starts a cut. Jewell tripped him up after a gain of a yard. Take it to the 38, 2nd down and 9. Croton wants to work quickly. 3 wide receivers to the right. They'll empty the backfield as King lines up in the slot. 2nd down and 9. 4-man rush, quick throw off the hands of his intended target and incomplete. River Stout, a freshman out of Mountain Range High School, can't come up with it. And a 3rd down and long for Moorpark. And let's take you back to the completion to Batarsi. Finds a lane. Straight drop. McLeod has time, throws over the middle, but overshoots his target. Hodgson almost had a chance at the pick. He was looking for Stout And it's 4th and 9 from the 38, and the Raider offense isn't budging. And I think for Coach Michael Stewart, it's why not take a chance from this spot in the field. They're at the 39, facing a 4th and 10. Royce Payo back in the game in the backfield. 3 wide receivers bunched to the near side. Straight drop, McLeod looking on the near side, incomplete. Wanted Batarsi, but the pass wide of the mark. The Raider drive stalls at the Ventura 38, and the Pirates will take over on downs. So the Pirates give up the big play, but ultimately able to stall the drive. Yeah, Moorpark in the first half, just 2 first downs. And they really struggled against this Pirate defense that was so good a year ago and returns an awful lot of talent from that team. And it'll be interesting to watch the Pirates this year. So often the identity of the Pirates really tied up in their dynamic offense, but more and more as the years have gone on, that defense has really picked it up. Valenzuela with a little lane, makes a move at the 45. Valenzuela finally tripped up in Moorpark territory at the 40. Oh, Valenzuela with a little bit of the Barry Sanders school. Let's watch some of the moves here. Bounces it to the outside, and then the move at the 45. And is good luck, Braden Robinson. Valenzuela taken down at the 38-yard line. That is a run of 24 yards. Siri right back to work. Under pressure, Siri tries to slip the tackle but can't. DJ Diaz, the nose tackle, gets the sack. It's a great job by DJ Diaz on the interior of that defensive line. Second sack of the first half for Moorpark, and that's a big play with the Pirates immediately on the move. The 10-yard loss makes it 2nd and 20. And this, I believe, we're going to take you back, and you see Diaz working his way free. Back to live action, an inside handoff to Valenzuela. Back near the original line of scrimmage. He's tripped up at the 39, bringing up a 3rd down and 11. Jerron Glenn checks in for the Pirates. 4 wide receivers as they face a 3rd down and 11. Pirates on 3rd down tonight, 0 of 10. Could that be right? That is right because they face so many 4th downs. That is a ridiculous stat for the Pirates. For anybody who's followed the Pirates for a long time, not only are they okay on 3rd down year after year, they're outstanding on 3rd down. So this is a tremendous achievement from this Raider defense in the first half to limit the Pirate offense to 0 for 10 from on 3rd down. And this figures to be another tough one that gets a little bit tougher with the penalty. It's now 3rd and 16. Well, let's see if I put the jinx on it, if you're a Moorpark fan. From the 44, Siri, straight drop, guns it over the middle. In traffic, he was looking for Glenn, and it's incomplete. Braden Robinson in the area. 4th down and 16 from the Moorpark 44. Can they even think of going for it from here? They won't. Here comes L.J. Harm. Let's watch the throw again into traffic. And we'll get you down to field level. And yeah, Robinson on the coverage. Breaks it up. And now it's the Pirate drive that stalls. L.J. Harm. That one rolls back, but Harm's got it. Taken inside the 15, no fair catch. And a short return will get it out to the 19-yard line. Daniel Pierce with a 6-yard return. And with 3:30 to go in the first half, Moorpark will have it. They're trailing 20-0. I mean, wow. 0 for 11 on third downs for the Pirates. You're going to be waiting a long time to see that kind of performance again from the Pirates. Nonetheless, they have the 20-0 lead. Moorpark set to go to work from the 19. First down handoff and a loss on the play. Jiden King struggling against this Pirate defense. Loses a couple. Back to the 17. King now with 6 carries for -2 yards. Second down and 12. Well, they'll call it a loss of 1. Now 2 backs in the backfield. Flanking Croton. Gets away from pressure. Dumps it out in the flat and completes. Out to the 26. Cameron Davis with the catch. And a little second effort from Davis. Gets it out to the 26, where it's a manageable 3rd down and 3. They hand to King, who again is in all kinds of trouble in the backfield. There is a flag down. Daquan Benjamin from his safety spot, getting up there quickly. Looked like Adrian Sirocco again in the backfield. And that's just a great read by the Pirate defense. It's a loss of 4, but we'll await a resolution on the flag. But here comes the Raider punting unit. So this one looks like it's going against Moorpark. It'll be declined. And the Pirate defense with another good series forces the quick 3 and out, and they'll get another chance. 2:24 to go and 2 timeouts for the Pirates, who will look to extend on this 20-0 lead. Ventura College football brought to you by Crown Plaza Ventura Beach, the official hotel of Ventura College Athletics. For discounted rates, mention VC Athletics when calling or use corporate code 100-239-855 when booking online. Ventura College football also brought to you by Scooters Barbecue and Catering, official concessionaire for Ventura College football and barbecue supplier for Ventura College Athletics. All right, we got some stuff going on the far sideline, and they'll try to quickly separate. And again, for fans of 3C2A football here in the North, these two programs know each other well. And yes, now they're in different conferences after years battling each other in the Northern Division of the National Conference, but that doesn't mean that the pleasantries fully go away. These two schools carry a lot of tradition. This is the 54th meeting all-time between the two schools. Ventura with the all-time lead at 32-21, but they have dominated of late. They have won the last 13 meetings between these two teams. The last win for Moorpark back in 2007. But it's a natural geographical rivalry. The two schools really just down the road from each other. And you get the feeling that on both sides, they know what it means to see that uniform on the other side. Pirates will have it at the 40-yard line of Moorpark. Siri back on with Valenzuela in the backfield. And Valenzuela spins away from Thomas, but he's in trouble in the backfield. Late flag comes in. This might be holding. Braden Robinson, who's been active here in this first half, again coming up from a safety spot. But this starts with good penetration from Thomas. Kyle Standback, interesting story at right tackle. You see working against Thomas, and Standback having some troubles in this first half, and that is perhaps to be expected as Standback makes the move from defensive line where he played last year, and he is making the switch to offensive tackle on the right side. And so he comes into this veteran offensive line, and he'll be learning a new spot. And he starts out with a pretty tough assignment against sophomore Amari Thomas, who comes in and outstanding player and a veteran player. And so Standback being thrown into the fire immediately. Incomplete on second down and long, and now it's third and forever for the Pirates. Looking for Greer. Nice job, guys. And Jackson, who's had a terrific first half, battling Greer on that far side as the Pirates work from right to left. Here in the second quarter, 1:45 to go. Siri with time, looking deep, and it's incomplete. Looking for Tate. Tate matched up with Salah Hill throughout this first half, and the Pirates going in the wrong direction. And I believe I misspoke earlier. Now it's 3rd and 22 after a pair of incompletions. And this Pirate drive that started with such promise at the Moorpark 40 has stalled once again, and they face a third and very long at 3rd and 22. 1:40 to go. Raiders hoping to get it back one more time. Siri in the first half now 10 of 21, 110 yards and a touchdown. Four-man rush. They go with the draw on third down. Valenzuela angles to his right. Makes a man miss at the 45. He's brought down at the 42. That is well shy of first down yardage. A gain of 10 will leave a 4th and 12. And catch the tail end there. And Raiders with good contain. 4th down and long. But does Steve Mushagian think about taking a chance from this part of the field? They're in Moorpark territory. I think if you're Steve Mushagian at this point with 4th down, and yeah, here comes the punting unit, you absolutely got to take your chances. I think the Pirates have to feel pretty good right now at how difficult it's going to be for the Raiders to go 85, 90 yards against this Pirate defense, the way it's gone in the first half. Raiders still with just 2 first downs in the first half overall. So the Pirates will punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and made by Pierce at the 14. A punt of 29 yards. No return. And the Raiders will have that long field with under a minute to go. And I think with a couple of turnovers here in this first half and the way this Pirate defense has been playing, I'll be a little surprised if the Raiders take much of a shot here. I think you might just want to try and get to the locker room if you can. See if you can regroup. Davis in the backfield. Bennett Johnson looking deep. Well, what do I know? And flags come in from everywhere. Looking for Stout. Jaden Wesley had the coverage, and let's watch this one again, and we'll slow it down just a little bit. And oh, that's a great job. Unfortunately for Pirate fans, not so much by Wesley, but a great job on camera and on the replay. And you could see clearly there, Wesley gets there a little bit early and just as importantly, really doesn't get his head around And that's why you see flags come in from about 3 different spots. So the Raiders take a chance, and they get the penalty. And it moves it to the 27-yard line. Gives them a little bit of breathing room. Still 41 seconds. The Raiders have no timeouts. Johnson looking short, incomplete, wanted stout. Pass too low, and a 2nd down and 10 coming up from the 37. Four-man rush on 2nd and 10. Johnson under pressure. Slips out of a tackle. Throws. It's picked off. Another big turnover. Tuiimi down to the 5. He's in for a touchdown. James Tuiimi. And we're going to give you a look at the replay. And Johnson gets away from the pressure. Okay, we'll look at it from up top first. And maybe not on the same page with his intended receiver. Looking for Johnson. Arcellus Johnson. And the pass thrown wide of the mark. And Tuiimi really the only one there. And did we get that one down at field level, or maybe we can get one more look up top? All right. Try to show it to you. We do have... Well, let's see if we... Johnson throwing, and there you see really nobody home, and Tuiimi with a good move at the 5 to get in. So Vargas will come on for the extra point. Flag down, but it's against Moorpark. So the Pirates will decline. And the 3rd turnover, but it's going to be just 6 points as Vargas doinks it off the upright. And the score will remain 26-0 as the Pirate defense comes up big. 3rd interception. And this time, it's a pick 6. And 26 seconds remaining. Well, give the Raiders some credit. They stayed aggressive. Late in the first half, they had less than a minute to go. No timeouts, but they put the ball in the hands of their young quarterback, Bennett Johnson, gave him a chance to make a play, and Johnson kept that play alive. But then the miscue on the pass, and Tuiimi in the right spot. And the pick 6 pushes it to 26-0. Well, the storyline of this first half, more and more, is the Pirate defense. Now up to 3 turnovers. And they have stifled the Raider running game, made them into a one-dimensional offense. And when you can do that, you're going to have a lot of success. James Tuiimi, who figured prominently in the plans a year ago, but did battle some injuries in a very crowded defensive backfield, but steps into a starting role this season and makes the most of it. Spots open up with the departure of Danye Dixon and Travis Callaway. But if there's one thing the Pirates do year after year, it's reload with talent. And they bring in some new guys, and you have some freshmen from a year ago who step into bigger roles. And Tuiimi certainly in that category with the big interception and return. Vargas ready. The approach and the kick. Takes a big hop at the 10. Out to the 25 and near the 30-yard line. 20-yard return, and time perhaps for one or two more plays for Moorpark. Hard to imagine what they're talking about in that Pirate huddle other than nice job. As they head out, you get a look at Joe Hernandez, who returns on the defensive line after a terrific season a season ago for the Pirates, and we haven't called his name much here tonight. So the Raiders have done a pretty good job handling Joe Hernandez, who really keyed this defensive line a season ago. But a number of other Pirate players have stepped up and made big plays. And that's what you need if you're going to compete at the top in the National Conference, as the Pirates hope to. Good protection up front for Johnson, who guns it over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Blake Batarsi. This was probably one of the better throws from Bennett Johnson, who has really struggled here in this first half. 1 of 9. But he had good protection. He stepped up. Got a little too much air under it, looking for Batarsi. 4-man rush on 2nd and 10. Johnson rolls left, buys some time, throws back over the middle. This one's picked off. On the far side, this may be another pick 6. No one in front, down to the 5, and in for the touchdown. Adrian Sirocco this time. And again, Johnson, this is very similar to the interception from Tuiimi just moments ago, where Johnson initially does a good job buying himself a little extra time. But Sirocco, dropping back into coverage, does a terrific job just keeping his eyes on Johnson. And right now, they're taking advantage of a little bit of inexperience for Bennett Johnson, who is locking in on receivers, and these Pirate defenders are sitting in coverage and reading that and breaking to the ball. And you're not going to find too many that do that a lot better than Adrian Sirocco, who returns for his sophomore season. He's one of the leaders on this defense, and he gets himself a pick 6 as Vargas puts it through. 33-0 in favor of Ventura, and the Raiders just trying to make it out of this first half. This has been a long last minute for the Moorpark College Raiders. Back-to-back pick 6s. Well, I made a reference to Super Bowl 34 earlier in this first half with the player caught 1 yard below. How about a couple of pick 6s in the final minute? I give you Super Bowl 37, Tampa Bay and the Raiders, where the Bucs blew it open late. A couple of pick 6s. I only remember because it had fantasy football implications for me. Be that as it may, the Pirates ball hawking in this final minute. A pair of pick 6s, and now with 1 second remaining in the first half, we will have time for one more play. And the Pirates will head to the locker room firmly in control. And it's their defense that will have really done a tremendous amount of the damage. Factor in special teams, and it's 3 touchdowns. 3 of the 4 in the first half have come via defense or special teams for the Pirates. And that is very much on par with the way the Pirates have played football over the last several years under head coach Steve Mushagian. Squib kick. Takes a big hop. Tracked down at the 8. And the return stopped at the 25, and that will do it for the first half. The Pirates and Raiders head for the locker room, and Ventura in control. They lead it 33-0 at the half. You are watching Pirate football on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the BC Sports Network. And we apologize and rejoin you early in the third quarter. The Raiders with the opening drive of the second half, and they've managed to string together a couple of first downs with a little help from another Pirate penalty, a personal foul, and they have moved it to the Ventura 38-yard line, where it's a 2nd and short. McLeod Croton brings them to the line. 3 wide receivers to the right, and we have another penalty. The penalties starting to pile up on both sides. 9 penalties for the Pirates here early in the third quarter, 8 for Moorpark. And another flag coming in with 11:36 to go in the third quarter. And the Raiders trying to get on the board. Croton has the snap, looking right, going deep, and the pass incomplete. Blanket coverage once again. He was looking for River Stout. So a 3rd down and 3 for the Raiders. Talked about the coverage, and it was DeJohn Howell who was step for step. No chance for Croton to squeeze that ball in. And now a 3rd and 3, and you got to believe this is 4-down territory. Run on the right side. Ben Hall trips up Peo after a gain of a couple. Talked about Ben Hall coming in. A couple of linebackers adding a little depth to that core. Now the Raiders want to work quickly on 4th and short. Croton with the keeper. Second effort, it's going to come down to the spot. And with that second effort, Croton got it. Rubidoux with the stop. But the Raiders move the chains again. By far their best drive of the game here to start the third quarter. They screen it out to Batarsi. Batarsi wrapped up shy of the 30, a gain of 4. And a 2nd down and 6. Jed Aldridge along with Jalen Cooper on the stop. 4-yard gain leaves a 2nd down and 6. Under 10 minutes to go. They hand it off to Peo, who scampers his way forward for a gain of a couple. Demetrius Edwards with the stop. Leaves a 3rd down and 4. And Peo in some trouble right when he gets the handoff, but does manage to squirt his way forward for at least a gain of a couple. And sets up a 3rd down and 4. And again, I got to believe this is 4 downs. Some movement on the line, might be a free play. Looking deep, and it's incomplete. They took a shot looking for Monaco. But again, this time it was Cy Vincent. And you got to expect that the Pirates are going to go deep into that bench here in the third quarter and give a wide array of players some snaps. Here as they are firmly in control, leading at 33-0, and a good chance to get some game experience for some of the young players that they're bringing in. Blitz coming on a 4th and 4. McLeod pop flies, looking on the far side, and the pass incomplete. He was looking for Christian Rivas-Keener, excuse me. So again, the Raiders take a shot on 4th down. But the Pirates secondary once again up to the challenge, and the Raiders turn it over on downs. So a solid drive, but it doesn't lead to any points. And the Pirates are still pitching a shutout. Elias Savage II starts the game, gives to Valenzuela, who's through a hole and into the secondary. Valenzuela turns on the Jets down to about the 40-yard line. Good work on the interior of that offensive line. Let's see if we have a look at it. And I think we do. And you're going to see some good work. Again, Ray, Lucio, Caleb Barajas, the left side of that Pirate offensive line. And we are having a little bit of difficulty, some bandwidth issues. And we'll try to see if maybe we can get that for you later. Nonetheless, Valenzuela ends up at the 40 after a 31-yard run. Cuts back to his right, falls forward to the 33, a gain of 7. And a 7-yard run, and Valenzuela now up to 82 yards on 9 carries. He also has 3 receptions for 44 yards. And, oh, by the way, the 82-yard punt return for a touchdown. So Jesse Valenzuela is having a huge opener. And a 2nd and 3 for the Pirates, who will no doubt seek to impose themselves on that offensive line here in the second half as they try to run this one out. Another good hole for Brown. Brown at the 20, 15, 10, 5. He is in for the touchdown. J.Q. Brown. "33 yards. And the Pirates are starting to work the left side of that offensive line, and it was another good hole as Brown runs it in for his first touchdown of the season. And the Pirates push the lead to 40-0 as they turn it over on downs and then take full advantage. Valenzuela and then Brown. And we'll see. Oh, a little bit of trouble. Vargas. As there's trouble on the snap. And it's 39-0. Drew Brandenburg Lopez tried to buy a little time running to his right, but couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. And the Pirates will settle for 6 and a 39-0 lead with under 8 minutes to go. Well, the Raider defense really hung in that first half. But the time of possession now up to 24 minutes. A little over 24 minutes to a little over 15 minutes. So the Pirates starting to assert themselves in terms of time of possession. And you have the feeling, especially on that last drive, that the Raiders were just a little worn down. And I suspect we are going to see a lot of the running game the rest of the way for the Pirates as they will try to run out the clock. And if you can move the chains and maybe even put some points on the board while you're doing it, why not? The kick away. Taken by Keener inside the 5, looking for a lane on the far side. And we've talked about the Pirates' special teams play, and that certainly includes kick coverage. And part of the reason that they have been so much in control in terms of time of possession is on at least 3 occasions, the Raiders have started deep in their own end after receiving a kickoff. The coverage has been that good. And the Raiders again start with poor field position at the 19-yard line. So the Pirates maybe been a little sharper offensively, but that's probably to be expected in a season opener. Nonetheless, they just tacked on a touchdown and they have the lead. But, boy, you look at most other phases of the game, and it's hard to find much to really point out. Though I'm sure the coaches will have plenty to talk about when they meet. They always do. Sirocco with the stop after a gain of 3. call it 4 and a 2nd down and 6, but this is turning into just a good, solid performance across the board. The defense has been outstanding. The special teams has delivered some big plays and been solid as well. 5 touchdowns on the board for the Pirates in the game. 2 on offense, 2 on defense, and 1 on special teams. That's just kind of how it goes if you're the Pirates. Timeout on the field. And this appears to be an official timeout. 7:21 to go in the third quarter. And we remind you again, Ventura College Football on the VC Sports Network is brought to you by the Crown Plaza Ventura Beach, the official hotel of Ventura College Athletics. For discounted rates, mention VC Athletics when calling or use corporate code 100-239-855 when booking online. Also brought to you by Scooters Barbecue and Catering, the official concessionaire for Ventura College Football and barbecue supplier for Ventura College Athletics. It's pretty impressive. They've got their own barbecue supplier. That'll tell you how important it is. Play action and a quick flip, and it's dropped. Jalen Thompson can't find the handle. And it's 3rd down and a short 7 for the Raiders with 7:07 remaining in the third quarter. So McLeod Croton comes to the line. 3 wide receivers to the short side. Now they send Stout in motion. And Croton going to be sacked as Jewell comes off the edge. Just gets the one-on-one matchup. And watch Jewell working on the right side. And they're going to leave him one-on-one out there. And Jewell is a lot to handle. And he's working against Spencer Davis, who is a team captain, a returning sophomore who really anchors this offensive line, and a guy who's getting looks from, among other schools, Fresno State. So that's a very, very solid offensive lineman that Jewell just beat. And he is so quick to the edge and no chance for Croton. As Davis left out there on an island one-on-one. And Jewell wins that battle. Valenzuela with a little move to his left, trying to slip another tackle, and now he is brought down in Moorpark territory at the 48-yard line. And I'll tell you, Jesse Valenzuela is electric. And fans, we are going to have 5 games here on SoCal College Sports covering Ventura this year. Look ahead to the possibility of a playoff game or more for the Pirates, but we're going to get a pretty good look at Jesse Valenzuela on the VC Sports Network, and that's a lot to look forward to. He is a dynamic talent. Out to the 48, and Savage on again at quarterback, and given the big hit that he took in that first half, you got to believe that Braden Seary's night is over. And they'll take the opportunity to look at Ezekiel Savage. Interestingly, when I talked to Steve Mushagian this week, we talked about the opener as Savage, maybe a little miscommunication in the backfield. Still on his feet, now wrapped up inside the 40 at about the 36. That'll be a run of 7 yards. Watch here at the end as Savage, again, almost pulls the Barry Sanders here. Flips over, ends up on his feet. Watch the athleticism. Takes the hit, and he's still going. But they wrap him up quickly as Braden Robinson had the initial hit. Leaves a second and short. But we talked about Steve Mushagian and the approach to the opener and what they'd be looking for. And perhaps not surprisingly, with such a complex offense, Steve Mushagian talked about eyes being on the quarterback position. And they would be looking in this opener at where they are at that all-important position. That obviously meant a lot of eyes on Braden Seary and how they would want to proceed with Braden Seary. But now we're getting to look at Ezekiel Savage. Possibly, and who knows, maybe somebody else before it's all said and done. But so much responsibility vested in that quarterback position in the Pirate offensive scheme. So reliant on making reads and decisions on the fly. And it's it's a tough position to play, but it has been one that has led to tremendous success for a long string of quarterbacks here in the Ventura College program over the last several years. And the offense led by Coach Steve Mushagian with a timeout on the floor, or I should say a timeout on the field, to address an injury, but it looks like we do have a player up and heading off the field and being helped off. And that does look like that is C.J. Jackson, the freshman, and that is a tough sight to see as they help C.J. Jackson to the sidelines. Had mentioned not just how well he had played tonight, and he had been outstanding, but what a great camp he had and came in winning the job as a freshman. And a disappointing finish to this night as he is helped off with the injury. Meanwhile, Brown hitting the backfield. Diaz quickly sheds his block and gets into the backfield. A loss on the play will bring up third down for the Pirates. We saw Diaz get a sack earlier, and again, from that nose guard position, he is quickly into the backfield. And again, he is working against Lucio and Ray, a veteran solid offensive line for the Pirates, and Diaz is getting some good work done. Major loss on the play brings up a third down and 9 for Savage and the Pirates. Brown still in the backfield. Straight drop for Savage, stepping up, sheds a tackle, throws on the near side, pass incomplete. He was trying to get it. I believe he was, in the end, looking for Brown, who had come out of the backfield. But the pass incomplete, and it brings up a fourth down with the ball at the Moorpark 42. And do you play field position here, or do you take a chance and give your offense one more shot? See if you can continue the drive. Pirates in control late in the third. And now they will send out the punting unit. So a 4th and 9 from the 42, and the Pirates will kick it away. So L.J. Harm on to kick again. Good snap. Harm gets this one away, taken inside the 5. And slipping down after a return of about 5 yards. And now again, we have some fisticuffs back up at the 35-yard line, and they'll try to just get everybody off the field as flags come in from everywhere. Pierce on the return of about 5 yards. And some of this is, you just know that it's the players getting into it and some tempers flaring. But, you know, so often we talk to coaches, and it's been a long off season, and this is no doubt a lot of guys on both sides who were just excited to get on the field, get some action in, get on the field and hit somebody. And so you will see perhaps a little spillover, and it's going to be incumbent on this team of officials to keep order and send the message. Enough of that, and we're not going to have the game spiral into that on every play. So let's see if they end up talking to both coaches too. And what you'd really like to see in this situation is maybe just a quick mention that if it's necessary, they're going to start throwing players out. And if they can't get control of themselves, some guys are going to see a finish to their night. Because this can quickly turn into an every play type of thing if you don't get control of it. So personal fouls on both sides. And with 4:07 to go, Moorpark will go back on offense. Going to check in on some of the other games around the 3C2A, and this the opening weekend of play. 33 games going on today. Of course, earlier on SoCalCollegeSports.com, Golden West College with a 41-7 win over Orange Coast. Rustlers off and running after a tremendous season a season ago, an undefeated regular season for Golden West, and a narrow loss in the SCFA championship in an instant classic. On SoCalCollegeSports.com, went down to the final play, down to the 1-yard line. Riverside holds on, and that thrilling finish. But what a great season for the Rustlers under head coach Nick Mitchell, and they get off to a winning start here in 2022, winning going away against Orange Coast. Also tonight on SoCalCollegeSports.com, Saddleback in action against Glendale, leading late in the, or I should say early in the fourth. They're on top 27-16. And Antelope Valley with a tough assignment in Lancaster, taking on College of the Canyons. Strong program under head coach Ted Iacenda here in the National North. And they have become a chief rival of the Pirates over the last few years, battling for that North Division Championship. Dejan Howell down on the field after a short gain, and they'll take a look at Dejan. But it's all College of the Canyons in Lancaster, leading Antelope Valley 44-7. Bakersfield all over L.A. Pierce, 49-6. Cerritos leading at Pasadena City, 21-14. Fullerton taking on Santa Ana. That's at Santa Ana. 46-7, the Hornets on top. Long Beach City College, who we will have next week as they take on Golden West College here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. They are leading LA Southwest 58-6. Mount San Antonio College all over LA Valley 62-7. Meanwhile, it's a 2nd and 5 and a quick throw on the far side. And the pass complete. And churning his legs, it's River Stout, and he picks up 6 yards and moves the chains. Raiders want to hurry. Still trying to get on the board against this Pirate defense that has been so good tonight. 1st and 10 from the 36. And a big hit. Bring you back live on Blake Batarsi. When they say that Blake Batarsi is all over the field, they mean it. Because not only is Blake Batarsi the slot receiver for the Raiders, but he's also the long snapper and excels in kick coverage because he not only can snap the ball and handle that important job, but what an advantage that is to have a guy who can get down the field that quickly after handling the long snap. And that makes Batarsi so valuable, but there's a position you don't often see. Slot receiver, long snapper. Pass incomplete, and a 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Raiders. Riverside taking on Mount San Jacinto. And that is in Riverside at Ramona High School, and the Tigers in a battle. They lead at 38-28. That's early in the 4th quarter. Blitz coming off the edge, and Croton is hit and sacked. Jonah Rubidoux able to get through and get the sack. Just the 2nd sack tonight for the Pirates. But Rubidoux, from his defensive tackle spot, able to get in. And that brings up a 4th and forever, and here comes Tony Johnson in the punting unit. Clock continues to move, 2:07, and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter. High snap, Johnson gathers and gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 36. 37-yard punt. No return. Under 2 minutes to go. Pirates back on offense. And let's see if it's Ezekiel Savage again. We did briefly see Nathaniel Frederick as well. Well, there you go. It's Braden Siri. So Braden Siri's night's not done. Interestingly, Siri, a state champion in Utah, winning a 6A championship as a senior before moving on to Riverside City College, where he gray-shirted for a year and now moves on to Ventura. Miles with the carry. Braden Robinson, the first to get there. Couple yards for Miles, and we do have a Raider player down. Take a short injury timeout here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates on top 39-0. Second down and 8 for the Pirates. Late third quarter in Ventura. Leading this one thanks to some big plays in special teams and on defense. They go back to Miles running on the right side. Hit behind the line, still churning his legs, but going to be brought down for a loss on the play. Daniel Pierce leading the charge along with Braden Beck. Beck and Pierce. Luis Ortiz, who we saw a lot in that first half for the Raiders, all bounce backs from D1 schools. And so it is a big, imposing Raider secondary. And you look at the Pirate numbers, and there's been something of a struggle to throw the ball. 10 of 25 through the air for the Pirates. And, again, it's hard to look at a 39-0 score and think, well, maybe closer than would appear. Was that one intercepted? No, it's incomplete. Batted in the air and nearly picked off. Boy, that was nearly a sensational play. Christian Cogelone anticipating. Let's watch the replay here and see. Down at the level, and this is just a great read, and then watch. Oh, he's got it in his hands. Well, he plays linebacker, not wide receiver, and nearly a great catch, but he can't quite find the handle. But nonetheless, a terrific play by Cogelone. And it brings up a 4th down and 11. But again, to stay with the point, you look at the score and you think one-sided, but again, the big plays on special teams, the 2 pick sixes, and this Raider defense has been pretty strong this game. Allowed just a couple of touchdowns, and that despite on a number of occasions battling very short fields. This has been, I'd go so far as to say, a particularly strong performance from the Raider defense. But the Pirates just have not allowed the Raider offense to do much of anything and have been opportunistic, coming up with some big plays in all phases of the game, and thus have turned this into a one-sided score at 39-0, under a minute to go in the third. First down running play, Jaden King falling forward for a yard. $10 yards rushing as a team for the Raiders in this one as we tick down to the final play of the third quarter. Quick throw out into the flat, and it's incomplete. Looking for Davis. That'll end the third quarter. And when we come back to start the fourth, the Raiders will be facing a 3rd and 9. You're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network. Ventura College football brought to you by the Crown Plaza Ventura Beach, the official hotel of Ventura College Athletics. For discounted rates, mention VC Athletics when calling or use corporate code 100-239-855 when booking online. Also brought to you by Scooters Barbecue and Catering, official concessionaires for Ventura College football and barbecue supplier for Ventura College Athletics. And we bring you back live to start the fourth quarter, 3rd down and 9 from the 29-yard line. They screen it out on the near side. First down yardage, perhaps no. Boy, it looked for a moment as if the Raiders might be able to come up with the first down. As they find King. Gonna give you the look one here. This is well set up. And King initially has some running room, but then elects to go east-west, and that is a tough thing to do against this Pirate defense that has so much speed. And you see Joe Hernandez getting back from his defensive line spot, able to trip up King about a yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th down, and the Raiders will be content to kick it away. Johnson gets the kick away. Another fair catch made at the 35. $14 minutes to go. And at this point, the major drama would appear to be, can the Pirates pitch the shutout, or will the Raiders find a way against this Pirate defense? No easy assignment. Palomar, who we'll have next week at the start of the fourth, tied at Victor Valley 17-all. I do know we see Long Beach a little bit later in the year. I believe I said next week at Golden West, but I believe that's Palomar. Of course, you can follow all of the games on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. You can find all of our broadcasts on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. So drop on by. We'll have the schedule for the upcoming week up a little later in the week. We've got another full slate of games for you. All season long, we'll have Ventura, Golden West, College of the Canyons, Antelope Valley, Saddleback. Looking forward to a lot of great football in the 3C2A here in 2022. Keep it on the ground A first down carry and a gain of about 5. Lamonte James getting his first work of the night, a freshman out of Woodbridge, Virginia. We saw Valenzuela, seen a lot of J.Q. Brown, a lot of James Miles. It's likely going to be a lot of the three-headed monster for Ventura this season. But now it's the freshman James who will get the call. And again on 2nd and 5, looking for the edge and able to run out of a tackle and get to the first down marker. Brian Skurlock, along with Christian Cojon. 6-yard run for Lamonte James. Will move the chains. And the Pirates starting to pile up the rushing yards. They struggled to run the ball for much of the first half. And now they are well over 100 and looking at a couple of 100 yards on the ground. James straight ahead. Not much doing. Might have gotten back to the line. Frank Mitchell with the stop for Moorpark. Clock continues to move. Riverside with some breathing room against Mount San Jacinto, leading 52-28. Put a couple of touchdowns on the board in the fourth. James on the carry running left. And again, good penetration from the Raiders. And a loss on the play. Two-yard loss brings up a 2nd down and 12. We do have another Raider player down, but getting up and getting to his feet. Ray Lapola. And he is heading off under his own power, and that is always a good sign. 3rd down and 14 for the Pirates. Nate Frederick at the controls for the Pirates. Has the snap. 4-man rush. They go with a draw. James with a little bit of running room, breaks a tackle at the 40, tripped up near the 35, sprawling ahead. He's going to be short of the first down marker, but brings it to a 4th and about 3. And you got to believe that Steve Mushagian and the Pirates are going to elect to try and keep the drive going, see if they can chew up a little more clock. Another broken tackle for the Pirates, and it's that yardage after contact. If there has been a decided upside for the Pirates tonight offensively, it is that. We have seen a number of broken tackles, and the Pirates able to turn medium plays into big plays and turn losses into something with their ability and second effort, keeping plays alive, giving themselves chances. Meanwhile, all that good work by James erased by another penalty, and the Pirates instead face a 3rd and 26. Deep drop, trying to set up the screen, but it was well diagnosed. Arnie Morales in the area. James can't come up with it. And now it's 4th and 26, and we will see the punting unit. Pirates with 13 penalties in the game for 154 yards. And that number, no doubt, entirely too high. Though for all the success that the Pirates have offensively year after year, they are typically among the more penalized teams in the 3C2A. And you see that year after year. Always, it would seem, the top teams in the standings also somehow are among the top teams in most penalized. Who would figure it goes against the typical football logic, but there it is. 3rd and 10 after yet another penalty. The football now at the Moorpark 42. James on the carry over his left guard. Twists forward for a gain of about 5, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 6. And again, from this position in the field, you got to believe the Pirates will leave the offense on the field and see if they can convert and run a little more clock. All right, well, now they're going to correct the scoreboard, so it's a 2nd and 6. Apologies. And for Pirate fans, good news, because they will be able to run some more clock. Big hole on the left side. James tripped up. Boy, he breaks one more tackle. And it might be nothing but daylight. Let's watch here the good work again on the left side, working behind Ray and Barajas. Typically, and there's a good hole. And again, apologies on our replay tonight. It appear to be having a bandwidth issue, and it is affecting our ability to run replays and control the speed. So Lamont James, for as gifted a runner as he is, he's not quite that fast. Just a heads up. He's very quick, but maybe not quite that fast. 1st down. Another big hole on the left side. Miles into the clear, into the end zone. James Miles through a big hole. And maybe we have this one from up top. We'll see if maybe, well, that's a little bit earlier. That's a little bit earlier today. Nonetheless, Miles explodes through the left side. And off to daylight. 31-yard touchdown run. Pirates doing it exclusively on the ground, and why not? With this big lead as Vargas tacks on the extra point. And the lead is now 46-0. Did he change the batteries? All right, fair catch made. And the Raiders will go to work midway through the 4th, leading at 40, or I should say trailing at 46-0. 2nd down and 8 after the short completion. I want to thank our team here tonight, Austin Bordage, Damian Wong, Simon Blousty. Rotating between the three on camera and directing the broadcast, and it's great to have them aboard here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Great job, guys, and looking forward to working together more this season. 2nd down and 8. On the scramble, Conley Moscott forced out of bounds after a pickup of a couple and a 3rd down and 6 coming up. Want to thank Mike Stewart and an enjoyable conversation talking with Coach Stewart earlier this week, learning a little bit more about the Raider squad. We wish them the best this season. Getting off to a tough start here against a Pirate team that represents a very tough assignment, but again, for Raider fans, there's some things to feel good about here. And it was a strong effort by the defense, and yeah, it's been a struggle to try and move the ball against this Pirate defense, but you have the feeling that this Pirate defense is going to do this to a few teams this year. Edwards wrapping up that's Ruben. Oh, no, it is Edwards. Okay. Demetrius Edwards coming off the edge, gets the sack. That'll bring up 4th down and bring on the punting unit. Another 3 and out for the Pirates. Of course, as always, thanks to Coach Steve Mushagian taking some time to talk with us this week and updating us on not just the players coming in this season, but it's interesting to hear about some of the players that we've seen so much of the last couple of years who tremendous football players that are continuing their career and continuing their education, even more importantly. And it moved on, and talking to coaches that is such a big part of what they do and what they're trying to do for these young athletes. Bouncing it outside and inside the 10 all the way down to the 5. That is a terrific carry. Corey Stevens. And watch him here get to the edge. Even outrunning our camera a little bit. Down to the 8. Well, that's when you know you're fast. He was faster than the pan on our camera from up top. It's a feather in his cap. Corey Stevens with his first carry, he takes it inside the 8, and he will remain in the game in the deep I behind Frederick. And they'll go back to Stevens, a little hesitation, and wrapped up short of the line by Frank Mitchell. Got back to the line, 2nd and goal. Pirates trying to perhaps tack on one more. Winding down to 4:30 to go. Frederick in no hurry as he brings them to the line. Second and goal. Back to Stevens running left. And he is greeted there. Again, no gain on the play. Michael Garibay coming off the edge and had that play well diagnosed and not much chance for Stevens. Third and goal from the 8. They're going to let Frederick throw the ball here? I don't think so. I think we're going back to Stevens. See what they do. No, it is going to be Frederick. Looking for the fade. And the pass incomplete. The coverage was there. Not much chance. Looking for Tiandre Newcomb. And the pass incomplete as Isaiah Bettis had the coverage. And it brings up 4th down, 3:15 to go. It's a final at Mount Sac. The Mounties with a 69-7 win over LA Valley. It's a final from Mission Viejo Saddleback with the win over Glendale 30-16. Snap down placement. And the kick is up and good for Vargas. And the Pirates now lead at 49-0 with 3:11 to go. In the ball game, you're watching Ventura College football on the VC Sports Network. .311 to go. And the Raiders with perhaps one more shot on offense, and they'll start from the 25. It's a final in Lancaster, College of the Canyons, with a 44-13 win over the Marauders. Citrus holds on against Chafee, 29-26. Well, though, it's certainly possible to give a player of the game to the Pirate defense as a unit, and they certainly would win a game ball. Could be no doubt about that, pitching a shutout, but I think I got to give it to Jesse Valenzuela. 9 carries, 82 yards. 3 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown, and the 82-yard punt return. Spectacular effort, but this Pirate defense has played an outstanding game and really stifled this Raider offense. Come up with a couple of big pick sixes. Short gain on the completion. Brings up another 3rd down. This will be third and about 5. Aiden Lutz with the catch. The Raiders tonight on 3rd down, 0 of 13. And that one batted down at the line. Make it 0 of 14. Now the Raiders going to try to continue the drive. Tyrus Maliatufa with the deflection, and it's a 4th and 2. And the Raider offense is going to stay on the field with 2:07 to go. Take one more crack. Moscott on a designed roll. Edwards giving chase. Throws on the run, and the pass is broken up. Trying to go back to Lutz. And the Pirates turn them away yet again, and now the Pirates in a position to just run it out. Might be able to kneel it down the rest of the way. 2:01 to go. Again, next week, Ventura takes to the road. So we will not have that for you here on the VC Sports Network. But on SoCalCollegeSports.com, we will have Golden West taking on Palomar. That's a noon start. Also next week, as Ventura will be down at San Diego Mesa, a 4 o'clock start. So the Pirates with a long trip. They'll head to San Diego Mesa and try to continue their winning ways. Next week in Lancaster on SoCalCollegeSports.com, we will have Antelope Valley taking on Mount San Jacinto. First down carry for James, who finds a little lane and picks up positive yardage. Also next week, Canyons at home taking on Southwestern here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Moorpark opens up their home schedule. They'll take on Santa Ana next week at 6 o'clock. And again, you can watch all the archived games on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You can also see our upcoming schedule on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. Down to 1:08 as the clock moves. Perhaps one more snap for the Pirates. And they will finish it off, starting their season out with a shutout. A 49-0 win over Moorpark. And the Pirates will get ready to travel to San Diego Mesa next week. Start their road schedule as Frederick will kneel it down. And that will do it. Pirates take care of business with a stifling defensive effort as they run away from the Raiders and win this one 49-0. For everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week, everybody. So long.
Once again, please exit the main gate to the scoreboard in the state.